Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. I want to say hey guys, hey to all my subscribers, new and seasoned. I just want to say I'm so grateful, so thankful. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys had a great 4th of July. It was a quiet one for your girl. So I'm going to jump right in, guys. I was having a conversation with 3 different people today, and I kind of wanted to just kind of combine the topics together. If you guys saw this title and it stuck out to you, then this message is for you. Either you're going through some type of decrease or whatever, you're preparing for your increase, or maybe you're just confused on what is going on. Because the thing about it is, sometimes that decrease doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make sense at the time because our mind have not caught up yet in the spiritual realm. We're so focused on the decrease. We're focused on the emotions and the hurt and the pain and the struggles of how it happened. We got to get out of the how and why. That's the hard part. So say, for example, God wants to give you more money, right? You've asked to be a millionaire. You've asked to be a billionaire, right? And he wants to give you that, right? Ask big, right? So you want, but you came from an upbringing where your family or no one in the family down the generational line had any financial literacy, and it's almost like you're trying to learn more about finances and you're taking financial literacy courses, and it's just like it's rocket science to you. It's no right or no wrong thing. It's no bad or no good. It just, we only know what we were taught. So, but God heard you, and he wanted to give you the $1 million or millions of dollars because your family deserves it. You know, all your ancestors were deprived. Yes, you're the one. You're the chosen one. So you're called to be the millionaire so you can put the family on, so you can really, really build that wealth for your family, generational wealth for your family. So what happens is everything gets snatched. Let it be you lose your job, you lose your business, your money is just gone, right? Your money is gone. And so your mind in the physical realm is not going to say, all your money is gone, but just smile because your $1 million is on the way. No, your physical mind is going to say rent is due tomorrow, mortgage is due tomorrow, like the children's tuition is due tomorrow. Like why? Like what? You know, so you're freaking out because you're stuck in the why and what am I going to do, and not understanding that sometimes the decrease has to happen and we can't control how it happens in order to prepare you for the increase. So while you're going through all your frenzy and stuff like that, eventually you will settle down. And then when you connect to the spiritual realm, God will start to show you like, hey, I need you to start, taking some courses. I need you to start respecting money differently. I need you to stop walking past those pennies and respect money differently. So in order for me to have to get you to that point, because you would have never gotten there if I never snatched what you currently have. And now you can calm your little spirit to know that I will provide regardless, but I had to decrease this area in order to send you increase. What about those of you, me, everybody in the world, not everybody, but you get my point, who maybe didn't experience seeing very, very healthy, happy, wholesome marriages, right? And so all you know is what you were taught. And then you mess around and you lose your spouse because, you being petty in the flesh or whatever you got going on, you lose your spouse. That's a decrease. So now you're caught up and you're hurt on the fact that, oh my goodness, why did I lose this person? God, why would you told me this was my wife. You told me this was my husband. Like, okay, I'm human. I messed up. Like, why would you do this? And we're so caught up in the emotional part, the hurt, the pain, the not knowing what's going to happen. If they're coming back, if they're not. Why did it have to happen to me and not this person who cheated 5 times? So all that stuff in the physical realm is what keep us just boggled down. And then finally, when your mind catch up to the spiritual realm, right? And it won't be a day or two, but I'm just saying in general, it's like you will get your downloads like, listen, yes, this person is the person for you. Yes, this is your purpose partner. Yes, this is your kingdom partner. This is your wife. This is your husband. But you wasn't respecting them. So I had to shake some things up. So I had to snatch them to decrease in order for you to really sit in this season of hurt and pain, to understand what you really have. So I'm going to send them back. Okay, that's the increase. Or I'm going to send you the person who really was supposed to be your mate or your whatever. That's an increase. But you had to decrease in order to increase. And we can go on and on and on about different areas or different examples. But at the end of the day, it's a decrease in order to increase in certain areas. So another person who I was talking to, it's not even funny, but it's not even funny. But I mean, bless her heart, because she was serious. She was serious too. She can't grasp why is it so difficult in this season of growth, season of change, season of increase. It's almost like it's so difficult for her to understand why so many things have to happen. And it's like, girl, we are really going from a whole old person to a whole new person. So it's like literally just like being reborn and having to learn everything over again. So you got to unlearn a lot of things, right? Not everything, but you have to unlearn a lot of things in order to be teachable, right? And you will just respect things differently when you have to fight for it. You will respect things differently when you have to labor for it. So anything that comes easy, it's not going to last. And if it comes easy, you're not going to even have that respect for it. Like even within my business, because I personally know, and to those of you too, who may have a business, or you're just like a manager, or you're over people in whatever way that can be Dollar Tree, but you're the supervisor, right? So anybody that's over people, it is one of the most difficult things. Here's why. Only you know what you went through in order to achieve what you have. You know the tears, you know what the struggles, you know the ups and downs, you know what God have told you and how you must steward things properly. Because if God gives it to you, you are responsible to steward it. And so when you have people under you, they can't, I don't want to say that they just don't want to. I want to think that sometimes they don't even understand why you have to be on top of them the way you do, or why you have to. I don't think they get it because they didn't labor for it. They didn't labor for it. And so they're not going to respect it the same way you respect it. You business owners know that. Like there's nobody who's going to handle your business like you. They just can't. They won't. So at the end of the day, when we go through hardships, we respect it differently. You won't walk away from it so easy. So this is one reason why we have to go through so much. Also, there are different levels and different seasons. So once you learn your base in your core values, which is character and integrity and all these things like this, where you can no longer take shortcuts and you can no longer do this and you can no longer do that, that's your base learning. So you go from level to level. But at the end of the day, each level still has that foundation of integrity and character and things like that. So once you just get past that core level, it will be easier. It will be easier. I'm laughing because I'm just having a flashback on. I mean, she was just over it. She was just over it. I mean, she just went, things that come, like, why can't these things just come? Why am I constantly in storms? And why am I constantly? I'm like, honey child, can I tell you a secret? If you think you're going through storms now, wait till your blessing gets closer. Because see, you're getting storms once every 6 months. So what you say, right? You're tired of going through storms once and twice a year. Okay, get closer to your blessings and see how these storms come every other week. It's from one thing to the next. It goes from one, you dominate and you conquer this particular area and you beat Satan across the head. And then, cut my stove on. I forgot I'm cooking some lima beans and turkey necks, honey. Y'all want some lima beans and turkey necks? So you once you think you have beat Satan, well, you did. Let me take that back. You did, and you feel like, whew, I just came out of a storm. I ain't got to worry about this no times. Please. 3 days is something else. Those storms will come so much. But eventually, when you keep on conquering these storms and refusing to give up, because that's really what storms are about. It's really about distracting you and hoping that you will give up, from wherever God is taking you. But you're not about to give up, right? You're not about to give up. You've chosen one. So that's really what these storms are designed to do. So eventually, once you get to the point where Satan, his tactics, you ever hear people say things like, Satan doesn't have any new tricks. I used to hear people say that a lot of the times. And I'm just now grasping what that means. And it's true, because each storm, literally, even if it's not the same thing, it's something he already done before. But it's different now. Because he knocked you off of your feet 3 years ago when you first didn't understand about storms. Now those storms may have you down for a day or two. You're not about to be sitting here wailing and going through all that stuff for weeks and months and months and months. You did that in the past. Now it's about, all right, you hit me today. You might steal my emotions for today, but tomorrow, listen, it's back on. And he will literally leave you alone. So you will get accustomed, not to say that it will ever be fun. It will never be fun, but it's about learning to go with the flow. I've learning to flow. Whatever God is doing, I'm no longer trying to stop it. I'm not trying to fight it. When he says certain people have to go, they just got to go. I'm not going to keep trying to resist and hold on. That's where we're stressing ourselves out. That's where we're thinking with our flesh and our fleshly minds, I should say. It's almost like, oh, I really like that person, and oh, that person was good for this, and that's our mind. And God is like, girl, guy, this person has to go because X, Y, and Z. So, you might go through your little hurt and your pain for a day or two, whatever, or longer for some of you, but just release it. Go with the flow. Life will become so much easier when you just go with the flow and stop trying to make sense of it in your physical mind. That was the most difficult thing for me sometimes, still is, if I'm honest, because I need to know what's going on. I need to see it. I got to have an idea. Let me just take a glimpse of how you're going to do it, God. I know you're going to do it, but can I get a glimpse? Can you send your girl a postcard? Something? Nope. Just go with the flow. Every day, just go with the flow. Don't try to figure it out. You won't. Just go with the flow, and it will all just help you relieve some of your stress, your anxiety, and just know that wherever God is taking you, if it's from God, if that word is from God, God will provide. Sometimes that word, those visions seem so you can't even see how it's possible. It just makes no sense. But if he called you to it, he's going to give you everything you need. He's not doing it for you. So why would he care about, if he needs you to do it for him, why wouldn't he give you everything that you need? We're freaking out because we think we don't have everything we need. We don't feel good enough. We don't feel this. We don't feel worthy. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. I don't have enough that. That's all our physical mind. We're freaking out because of our flesh. If God has called you to it, you already have enough. It's already there. You just got to get moving, because the more, again, as the days go by and the more and more you move, people are already aligned. Money is already aligned. The place is already aligned. You just have to get in the flow of moving and stop worrying about what you don't have. Because let me tell you something, and I used to hear people say this, and it's so true. If you wait to move until you have it, quote unquote, all together before you take that first step, you will never, ever, ever take that first step. You literally have to move when you feel like you only got half of the stuff. You feel like you got a third of it. If God says take a step, take a step. Because the more steps you take, the more things will be added as you step. But if you sit there and feel like, okay, I'm going to have to wait till next year till I lose some weight, I'm going to wait till next year until I take this course. I'm going to wait till next year until I feel a little bit better about myself. I'm going to wait until next year to, child, when next year get here, you're going to wait till next year. Take the step now. I promise you, each time you take the step in obedience, something will be added. Next step, something added. Next step, something added. Next step, something added, and so on. It is the trick of Satan to literally make you think that you're not enough. You don't deserve it. You don't have enough. You got to be perfect. Those are all lies. You are currently enough. You currently have enough. Just take the first step. So you guys have a great one. I hope this helps someone. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.